Hello, everybody. Welcome back to yet another episode of Disattractions.
I'm back.
He's back finally. He was like dead for the longest time, and then he just got,
Yeah,
brought back to life.
they resurrected me from the dead
The-
because they're like, you're not done podcasting yet.
Till you're 90.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm living in a purgatory right now.
He is. So today, I don't even know what number episode this is. We've done so many, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'll figure that out when I edit. Today,
We're still not canceled. You can't cancel us.
Yeah, dude, we're canceled. We're cancelable. Is that the word?
Yeah, cancel culture.
Cancelable.
It can't do that. It can't do anything to us. You know.
Okay. Today we have a unique new little podcast for you. Today we're going to talk about Halloween Horror Night houses
Yes.
because they are open now, I think, right?
Yeah, they are open now.
Yeah,
So
literally.
yeah, it is open to the public now. You know, they already had their employee screenings, and
Right.
now they're happening. Personally, I went to my first Halloween Horror Nights last year, and I absolutely hated it. But with all like aside, it's so cool,
Mm-hmm.
awesome, and I wish I wasn't just a paranoid little freak because then I would really like Halloween Horror Nights. But
Right.
alas, I went through the Ghostbusters house, and after out of there, I was like doing this,
Oh.
and I was like, "Well, this isn't going to go well for the night." That's
Right.
literally the Ghostbusters house. It's not even scary. It's just like the sensation of waiting for the biscuits to pop when you're
Right,
opening
when
it.
you're opening the can, or like you're waiting
And
for
that's
something to
just
happen.
stuck. And you just feel that for the whole night.
Oh yeah, yeah. I get.
Um,
I've never been to one before. I know that I probably wouldn't be a fan of it because I have very heightened senses, and like that is like the place where your senses are overly what's the word I'm thinking? Not used, but stimulated, I guess. I don't.
just feel with all the strobing, which is unnecessary. I don't know why.
For me, it's a lot of noise and volume, like a lot of loud things hurt my ears and stuff like that, and just give me panic attacks. It's not even necessarily the actual props or nothing, because I'm not scared by that stuff. It's like the everything. It's like the loud noises, the flashing lights. Dark. I don't know. It's not my thing,
Yeah.
but I can appreciate it for what it is. So,
Yeah. And every year I will go on a binge and watch all of the houses.
yeah, there you go.
So I have done that. This year I think the two biggest houses for me personally were the Five Nights at Freddy's house and the Terrifier house. The Five Nights at Freddy's house, straight up, as someone who has followed these houses for a long time, is probably one of the most impressive things they've ever done.
Mm-hmm.
Just on a technical prowess, it's crazy, like how good the animatronics look. Like it's pretty seamless, and it's interesting because apparently they've been having a lot of like technical errors with having the animatronics move at the times they need to because it's
Gotcha.
not sure. But what's kind of funny about it is that it works because it's Five Nights at Freddy's. Like it's like the animatronics not working is kind of the
The
entire
whole point, yeah.
idea behind the thing, which is cool, you know.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it's still effective, which
Mhm.
is pretty ingenious, honestly. The house from a production design standpoint and from an animatronic standpoint, them getting the Jim Henson Company to make them, it feels so much. It feels Disattractions core, in my opinion.
Right.
It really does.
100%.
Like it's something that we would be like, wouldn't it be cool if they made a Five Nights at Freddy's Halloween Horror Nights house and they actually got puppeteers to like control these?
Yeah.
You know, like it's really cool. The Terrifier house is like insane.
I haven't seen any of them. I
So
know what Terrifier is though.
yeah, Terrifier is. If I can go on like a little Terrifier.
Yeah, go ahead.
tangent
Go ahead.
for just a second.
Take the floor.
So Terrifier came out in 2016. It was a micro budgeted horror film. Like I think $10,000 budget. Like most of it went to the camera.
Right.
Yeah. The guy who plays Art the Clown was a 7th grade math teacher. I saw this casting call and went, man, that kind of looks like fun. And they made this really grotesque movie that kind of had like the pitching behind it. Why it became a little bit of a cult classic is there's a scene where Art the Clown cuts somebody in half, the bottom to top as they're hanging.
Nice.
And it does not cut away. You just see
The whole thing.
It was done practically, and I'm still kind of like, how on earth did you even do that? I don't know, really. So then it spun off into Terrifier 2. Terrifier 2 kind of got the reputation when it came to theaters. How long can you last in the movie theater? People are passing out. People are throwing up. Like, it was like, for people who are into like extreme like horror cinema,
like, extreme body horror.
Like, yeah, it was the idea of like, man, this got a theatrical release type of thing, and it is viscerally very intense. It's not for the faint of heart, but it's a pretty interesting movie. And then Terrifier 3 was just that times like 2. But Terrifier 3, what was interesting, they finally gave him a $2 million budget to make it. The movie ends up making $50 million through its run.
Oh, wow.
So from a multiplier standpoint, that's like times 25.
Yeah.
That's better than most Marvel movies.
Oh, yeah.
Because
they're funneling like how much money into a Marvel movie nowadays.
Exactly. But it's like one of the biggest success stories of like the last 10 years as far as like the box office goes. So like that's absurd. So like for me, and the whole like me interpreting Terrifier as a certain thing, that's like an entirely different episode, because like I can see how people could be offended by what it is versus people who find it to be escapism, yada 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 yada.
Right.
For me, I think it's cool that this independent filmmaker with really no financial backing whatsoever made this movie, and now it's like a Halloween Horror Nights house and a multi-million-dollar franchise. Not even 10 years later.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy.
The Halloween Horror Nights theme this year is that Five Nights at Freddy's is the exact same thing. It's like one dude made one-click Team Fusion game. I mean, again, this is over years. I mean, that's 2014, but over the years, just got so big to the point where actually Universal's made it a house about this one dude's work. One dude made it. It's like I want to say the development costs of it were a box of ramen that he ate. He started making it. The game sold for $5. More or less. It's like now it's crazy now that they have a multi-billion-dollar company creating, and not only that, but the Muppet team to create animatronics for the smallest indie game you could get. That's just crazy to me.
That is crazy.
It's the same. I mean, the thing with Terrifier. I mean, of course, you have to have more people and a little bit more budget to make a movie than a game. But even then, it's really impressive. So, like, all these, I think that's almost like the theme of this year's Horror Nights, at least for 2 of the houses, is that success stories from tiny developers from the start.
And the house itself is, it's interesting. I've heard some people say that there wasn't as many scares as they thought they were going to be in the Terrifier house, because they hyped up as like, this is going to be the most extreme thing ever.
Right, because that's how they marketed their movies.
But like, if you go through the house, it is extreme.
Right.
I think there's a part of it that's like, it's the stuff that's going on. So like, if you're seeing Terrifier rip open somebody and then look at you, that's enough. He doesn't need to be jumping out and screaming at you. That's a little overdone.
I almost feel like coming out and screaming at you is just like annoying. I get more terrified when things like that don't happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly. When he's like covering a dead person with bleach, you're like, whoa, all right. I don't know. I think it's a well done house.
It'd be weird to be like a
overview I've seen. What?
It'd just be weird to be an actor. It's like you go to work and your job is to cover a dead body in bleach. It's just like all day.
There's a section of the Terrifier house that takes place in a bathroom.
Oh, I heard about it.
Yeah, a bathtub that's just filled with poop.
Yeah.
And they actually make it smell like.
That's what I heard. I heard it flooded, and apparently it smelled so bad when it flooded that it like they had to
Yeah.
go back and do like restorative stuff or something because it was bad.
Oof. That's so rough.
Where do they
Um,
buy that? Do they actually just funnel in their smells from their sewer systems in the park? How does that work?
I guess so. I don't know.
Do
Um,
they smell it? Do they have like certain scents they buy, like Soren or like
uh,
like Smellitzers at
yeah,
Disneyland,
they
Disney
pump
World.
in the oranges, but instead they pump in the poop.
Literally, I think they pump it in because like those are like when we were working at Disney. I remember talking to a Soren employee and they said there were these little balls that'd come in about this big or something, and then they would like dissolve, and that's how you
Yeah.
got your smells.
Huh.
But they have the old poop balls. That's wild. I wouldn't. Oh, I can't wait to go in this house just to smell like crap when you get out,
Yeah, exactly.
and then get wet.
And then you get wet. Yeah, at the end of the ride, there's a wet and a dry path, and in the wet path, you get covered in blood. But it's just like,
Is it just water, or is it actually like more substance than water? Is it like a
no, it's
mixture
just
of
water.
corn syrup? We have a whole list of all things we would think would be a great Halloween Horror Nights house. That's what we're
Heck
leading
yeah.
on to here. We talk about current Halloween Horror Nights because it just happened, but now
Yeah.
we're talking about things that we think would be great as houses. So
Heck yeah, let's go.
I think we're gonna go back and forth here on what we're gonna talk about. Like I'll do one, then Brett will do one, then we'll talk about it as well. So, Brett, if you want to start us off with one of yours,
Yeah.
if you remember
My
which
number
ones.
one Halloween Horror Nights house. The thing that would make me go back and reface the fog would be a Twin Peaks HHN house.
Mm-hmm.
Probably will never happen, but would be pretty cool. I think you could even make it start where you're entering the town of Twin Peaks. Like as you enter the house, you can have the sign that says "Welcome to Twin Peaks" and make it look all like Portlandian.
Portlandia, you mean Seattle? Well, that's kind of
Seattle,
it's near
Seattle,
Seattle, more close than Portland.
but it's the vibe, it's the aesthetic, it's the
It's the
Pacific
Pacific
Northwest.
Northwest. Yeah, I get you.
That's probably a better way to describe it.
Yeah, the
And then
PNW.
I think you walk into the house and you see the scene where I think it could start with Dale Cooper turning into Bob. I guess that's spoilers, but I don't know.
To people who have no
But-
idea, who've never watched anything, dude, I
Yeah,
have
you
no
know
idea
what?
what
You
that
don't know what I
means,
just
dude.
said.
Bob could be anybody.
Exactly.
He could be from like does he turn into VeggieTales? So what happens in the movie,
Yeah.
and he says, "Always remember, God loves you and thinks you're very special."
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And then you walk into the next scene and you enter the Black Lodge and you get those red curtains and the flooring, and things can jump out at you at the curtain, so you can have the little guy jump out at you and then start dancing, and the jazz music can start playing. Bob will consistently jump out at you and try to like kidnap you or whatever as you go through that area. You can have that music playing to you know. And then as you exit the Black Lodge, they can even bring you back to the Bang Bang Bar and somebody's performing. But then there's the biggest thing about this is like you would definitely, I think there would have to be some jump scares of Laura Palmer just screaming. Like
Does that happen a
because
lot?
in Firewalk with me, yeah. I mean, in the original show, she starts dead. You know what I mean?
Right.
Most of
I know
what
that
you see
much.
flashbacks, but the prequel, yeah, she does quite a bit. So you can have that. You can even have a scene where you go through the school and like see Bobby crying or something like that, figuring out that she had died. And that could be a scare. Because the thing about the Twin Peaks that would be the hardest obstacle is like it's a creepy show, it's a horrific show.
Right.
But like Bob is really the only thing that is explicitly like a monster.
Right. Well, all of it's what's
yeah.
scary. It's. I mean, to put it into gameplay words, psychological horror.
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, more like versus like a standard body horror, a standard physical horror where you're scared of something happening to you. It's more of like it gives you a feeling, and that's the It's not a jumping at your face scary. It's settling in your mind scary.
I'm going to say that I think it should start. Actually, I'm gonna rearrange the
Okay,
rooms. You
rearrange it.
start, and it's gonna be by the shore, and it's gonna be like she's dead, she's wrapped in plastic, like that scene. And then you go into the school, and the people are responding to her being dead, and they're like crying. Um, but Bob will come out in corners and like scare you and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to the Bang Bang Bar, and then at the back of the Bang Bang Bar is where you go into the Black Lodge, and the Black Lodge is where all the like really scary stuff happens.
Gotcha.
Because but I think it would be a really cool house.
Sounds like it. I don't know. I just have the cliff notes on Twin Peaks, honestly, from
Yeah.
here. Um,
And then the Halloween Horror Nights house, like the food would just be cherry pie and coffee, of course.
oh yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't not do that. So
I'm trying to think of what else. Like, what else could you have to eat? That'd be more than that. That'd be at least like 4 items. So you have coffee is one. Let's do 4. Yeah, cherry pie is another. What's like a dinner thing?
wrapped in plastic hot dogs.
They wrap it in cellophane.
Yeah, that would be
Like,
kind of
too.
messed up, but sure. It'd be kind of funny though.
Yeah.
Or even wrapped in plastic cookies, and it's like Laura Palmer's dead body, but they have like a wrap around it, and you eat it. That'd be kind of wild.
Actually, just reminded me. I meant to tell you. There's somebody at work the other day who we have a wrapper machine that has cellophane that we use to wrap all the the meat and whatever. And someone accidentally their hand got wrapped, and they were making a reference. They said, "Oh no, I'm wrapped in plastic," and then just left. And I was like, I think that's probably a Twin Peaks reference, but I'm not gonna go further because I'm not a fan. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna question him on that.
Okay.
Anyway,
I got two other food items. I got 2 other food items.
Okay, got him. What is it?
Yeah, I got them. One of them is freeze-dried candy, called "She's Wrapped in Plastic" freeze-dried candy, because she is frozen in the lake when they find her.
Oh,
dead.
okay.
They're crazy. And then my
Or like
second
dots.
one, yeah,
Something like that.
is like either a fish stick or a fish sandwich, and it'd be called "There's a Fish in the Percolator."
Is that a line? In the
Yeah,
movie?
that's a line in the show.
There's a fish.
There's a
in the
famous
percolator.
line in the show where he goes, "There's a fish in the percolator."
Okay.
So you can have a fish sandwich
There's
for
a
that.
snake in my boot.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
Don't drink that. There's a fish in the percolator. Yeah.
Nice. Well, that
Yeah.
was great. I'm glad you.
What's your first one?
My first one. I'm looking at my list. I don't think I'm going to go in order here. I'm going to go with Batman first. So I thought Batman Arkham Asylum could be a great house, just in general. And I'm not necessarily talking about the game Arkham Asylum. I'm not necessarily talking about any movie. This could be comic book lore, but I'm honestly kind of thinking almost Batman Begins a little bit with like the Scarecrow using its fear gas toxin to use on you. Like maybe there's at the start of the ride or something you're going into Arkham Asylum for some reason, and Scarecrow's taken over or something, and he sprays you with the gas, and you walk through the mist, and then you start because that part of that movie is freaky. Like I think it's freaky. When I watched it, I was like, what, 13, like 12?
This would also be an awesome scare zone.
Oh yeah, in general,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
and it's one of those houses that's like, it's scary, but it's not like Terrifier, bloody, gory. You know what I mean? It's like Ghostbusters. You know what I mean? Where it's like, but also not as bad. Like
I was gonna say, it would be a little more intense
Yeah.
than Ghostbusters, but like not
extreme. I mean, it depends on how much you go because Joker can get pretty yucky sometimes.
You can, and I also think that you could do a lot with like Clayface stuff,
Oh yeah.
with like its impractical effects and stuff
Oh, yeah.
like that.
I think it'd be fun if you have a normal like employee looking thing, and then later they change into like Clayface or something, because that'd be kind of like a hit out of left field. Like you see a normal employee's like, please go this way, and you're like, what? Why is he here? You know what I mean? This is a normal guy with a normal Universal pin on.
Well, it's kind of similar to. Do you know about the chicken exit in the Terrifier house?
I don't.
So they're only doing this in the Hollywood one, but apparently there's in the house there's a sign that says chicken exit.
Uh-huh.
If you go out that door, you go to a place. You go to literally backstage Universal, and then they have the Terrifier clown killing employees backstage.
Oh my gosh.
It breaks the fourth wall, which is crazy that they're doing that. Because
That's funny.
that's gonna really trick some people out, I think. But like,
Yeah.
it's funny.
That is funny.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, because you could have like, I think it'd be really cool to have like just a because Arkham like Batman. I like Batman. He's my favorite superhero franchise because
Yeah.
not just because of Batman, but because the villains are so well done, and the world around it is so well done that I think it'd be fun just to have like jump scares. You could have jump scares from Scarecrow. You could have jump scares from Joker. You could have jump scares from Clayface. You could have jump scares from, I think off the dome. Even Killer Croc, dude. Oh my gosh, dude. And at least in Batman Arkham the games, there's a part of the game where like you're in the sewers and he's right under you and he like jump scares you in the game and that's the most terrifying part of that game. I hate it. But like you could have like a sewer section that you're in and maybe there is a little bit of water or whatever, but like you can hear thumps under you and it's the ginormous like Killer Croc animatronic looking thing, dude. That'd be scary, dude. Like you could, like it's more scary than what I think because I'm remembering this because Batman honestly can be pretty intense a little bit sometimes when I think about it. But
Yeah.
it'd be cool. I think it'd be really fun. That was my first one. And for food, I think we're gonna get some food. I mean, this one's a little bit more easier. I would think maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I don't know. What do you think?
I think, let's see, for food, let me think about Batman food. I mean, it'd be really simple to do like bat-shaped pancakes or whatever.
I was thinking like cookies, but that's too basic though. I gotta dig deeper.
It is too basic, but it's so like they would do that. Like, come on.
I would love to have like the food would be a stall right outside of it, and Joker has like a Jack in the Box. Like, but like it's like all the like they have a burger, but it's like in a box that when you have to like a Jack in the Box, so you have to twist open the box.
I can't get my burger open. I gotta keep twisting.
Yeah, it goes
box.
and then when it opens it up, it just has the Joker laugh sound effect and like shoots out like a confetti something or whatever.
That's so funny, but that would never happen.
No, it wouldn't.
Can you imagine having to do that every time you bought a burger?
I think it'd be freaking hilarious.
But
But then sometimes like it takes really long. It's like a 5-minute ordeal.
Yeah. Oh, you could serve crocodile tail.
Oh yeah. It's like I could. I guess you could. You could sell Killer Crocs.
So now you can eat them.
It's just a pair of Crocs.
Oh no,
Dude, Killer Crocs, dude. You can wear them.
dude, that'd be pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
You could sell a drink called the toxin or something from Scarecrow. It's like green and bubbly or something.
Yeah,
Be cool.
I would want a little plush Scarecrow.
Yeah, that'd be cute. He's my favorite villain, and arguably, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know why. You could have like Bane's brats, like Bane's bratwurst, and they're like really muscular and big brats.
Yeah, we actually have to do.
The hot dog has a little backpack that like supplies it with ketchup, like it's the juice supplying Bane.
Oh.
Actually, no. What am I saying? Bane, isn't he? I want to say he's like, maybe give me something wrong. Isn't he Hispanic? Isn't he like?
Bane?
Yeah, I think so. I think he lived in or came from Mexico or something. I'm trying to remember, because I remember him being, like having I don't know. Maybe I'm just wrong.
Yeah, you're right. I just looked it up.
You can have a taco truck. Taco Bell, Taco Bane.
Taco Bane. Oh no.
I don't know.
That's funny.
Dude,
You can get pumpkin seeds.
Bane's burritos.
Wait, Bane's burritos kind of goes off.
Yeah, dude. You can get a burrito. It's just Bane's burritos, dude. Del Bane, dude. But yeah, I think something like that would be cool. I guess moving on because that was when we got some food in there too. You want to pick one of yours again?
Sure. Let me think. Which one I should do next? I'll go for Midsummer.
Okay, go for it.
I think that at some point, Universal is going to have to adapt an A24 movie into a house
Mm-hmm.
because they have so many horror properties that are catching on now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one that would be perfect is Midsummer. Now, I would love if we did something like I Saw the TV Glow, but I know that movie just kind of made people like sad, so I don't
Right.
think that's what we go with. So realistically, here's something I would love about the Midsummer House. Something that I really admire about that film. I recently revisited it. Actually hosted a screening for it at work, and I dressed up as a bear. If you've seen that movie, you know why that's really bizarre.
Did someone
But
get put in a bear suit? I'm trying to remember.
yeah, um,
Yeah. I was like,
the end scene of this house is seeing somebody catching flames in a bear suit. 100%.
yeah.
That is how this house ends, and you can even turn up the heat in that room. You know,
Mm-hmm.
be so fun. But for me, because there's also a scene where somebody falls off a cliff and you just see them explode, we could have an animatronic of somebody getting shoved off and falling. I don't know how to reset every time, but we could figure that work. You know,
Or someone
technology.
could actually die every time
Yeah, exactly. You know,
for the bit.
that's the way we cure population. You know,
Cure.
oh, cure
Monday you just fall apart. Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday break. The Cure haunted or horror house.
dude, that would be sick. I would be all over that.
Dude,
It's
the,
kind
the
of like
end of it is you go through each one of the weekly days. You go Monday.
it's kind of like when the weekend did a house.
Yeah, literally.
And now
No, so like you go from the Cure and it does the weekday, and then you go straight into the weekend. You know what I mean? And then you go.
That's so stupid.
Well, I like the
Funny.
the knockoff weekend. This guy who was doing weekend songs. The name was the Weekday. Anyways,
Ooh,
continue.
the lights are blinding me.
Yeah, literally.
It's like the Video Benquito Ratatouille movie.
Ratatouille. Yeah.
Ratatouille. What a legendary film. Anyways,
Midsummer.
for the Midsummer House, one of the things I admire the most about that film is the fact that it entirely takes place in the daytime. Just about, I can't even think of a nighttime scene at this particular moment. I know somebody's gonna be like, "There is actually a nighttime scene."
Actually,
in Midsummer."
this
But
47
90%
minutes and 52 seconds.
well, I mean, so technically the opening shots at night, but I'm talking about the stuff that happens within the Midsummer Festival. And so I do think it would be a unique challenge for Universal to have a Halloween Horror Nights house that was mostly in broad daylight.
Right.
And I think it's totally possible. It'd be something different though. It'd be a really like pretty house. I think it'd be a very, very like just breathtaking house if they did it. Some of the best Halloween Horror Nights house, like the one that a few years ago that took place on the ship, they're like pieces of art also
Right.
while being haunted houses. And I think that's how Midsummer would operate. You'd walk through fields and flowers and then people jumping out at you and be like, join our Midsummer Festival. You'd be like, oh.
Right.
And then it would just like, I would love if the house kind of eased you into it at first. And then all of a sudden you're like, ooh, people are on drugs. What's going on here? And then it just slowly morphs into just so scary towards the end until the bear suit thing happens and you're like, whoa. I think a Universal house that lulled you into something scary and that was a soft like, I think because some of the house, most every house, because they are Halloween Horror Nights houses, will start with jump scare, jump scare, jump scare. You know, which is whatever. That's fine. I mean, it's a haunted house, but one that like took a little different approach and kind of put you at ease at first, and then really pulled you in towards the end, I think would be really effective. And I think that'd be the perfect way to do that is with the Midsummer House.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What food are you doing?
Okay, you'd have to sell plush bears, 100%.
Okay.
That's murder. Plush bears, and they
bear
catch on fire.
onesies.
What?
Bear onesies.
Bear onesies, yes. Bear onesies, yes. And then for food,
It gets sold with matchsticks.
definitely like something you do with flowers. I think a hibiscus drink would definitely be necessary. Yeah, I think that would be a cool thing for the Midsummer House. I think
lighter
like,
food, right? Like we're talking like
I was thinking
spring.
like maybe lemon cookies.
Yeah.
They have these little tartlets in a scene that they eat. You could sell those tartlets, maybe. Um,
I never watched it. I just know a couple things from it, so I'm trying to think. Cause when I
it's
think of
straight
something like that, there's like
grass.
you could have a lot more of like maybe this is the spot to have like your plant based diet stuff at.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know what I mean? Um,
Yeah, it would be living with the land.
Literally, you go in, it has the pan flute song as the guy's burning. Or whatever. Yeah.
That's not far off from the movie. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I think that would slap my cheeks. I don't know why.
Nice. Is that what happens? You get assaulted?
No, I don't. I don't know what I was trying. I didn't
So it
even try
slap
to
my
say that.
cheeks. Sandy cheeks.
I think it'd be pretty cool.
All right, that's another one. Cool.
Yeah.
We'll go back to my list, and I'll start off with, or I'll do another one with Courage the Cowardly Dog, because
Yeah.
that'd go hard. This is not gonna happen. I don't think ever. But Courage the Cowardly Dog is the perfect candidate for like an entry level house. You know what I mean? Someone who doesn't want to go crazy and jump in the Terrifier wet pit. You can
Or
go.
what if it did? What if it just went off?
It's way crazy, dude. There's a part where Courage's body flips inside out, which
Yeah.
is probably in an actual episode. I'm not gonna lie, that's probably on brand.
Yeah.
But that's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, you could go and it'd be fun to honestly just have a walkthrough of the house. Just even have like a fully set up themed of like going in the Courage house. I don't know, that'd be cool. In the middle of nowhere, in the middle of like there's no field, in the middle of fields and nowhere. You could have Courage try to, fight against whatever is going on. I'm trying to think now. Of course, my mind's blanking on all the different monsters.
Well, you have to do a return to slab scene because
Oh
that's
yeah,
the fan. Return to slab, except for Mike Kurtz. The one that always
yeah.
got me the most was the little guy that looked like a fetus-looking guy. That's like,
You're not you're not
bro,
perfect or something.
yeah, that thing
Yeah,
was
that thing was
creepy.
terrifying, dude.
The violin girl that screams at you.
Oh
There's so
yeah.
many ideas for jump
I think I probably
scares in this.
blocked out a lot of these things because of trauma. You know what I mean?
Dude, I love Kurt Charlie Dog. That show ripped.
Yeah, and so I thought,
Yeah.
oh, why not make it a great house? Like it'd make a great house.
Mhm.
And then you could
Hey.
meet with was it Uriel? What's his name? What
Uriel?
is it?
That's the woman's name.
Yeah,
or-
that's the woman. What's his name?
Um, it's Eustace.
Eustace. Oh my gosh.
Eustace. Eustace,
It's
yeah.
Uriel, I think, or Muriel.
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 Eustace. Yeah.
Yeah, did you can meet them? Meet and greet.
You know that if they did this,
Huh.
the Courage the Cowardly Dog plushes would go off.
Oh, they would.
They'd be selling those.
Oh, they would be selling them everywhere. If you could meet Courage, dude.
Yeah, it would be over, dude.
Yeah, it'd be over, dude. Just Courage is walking up to Terrifier and they do some stuff. Walking up to Art the Clown.
Yeah. Well, I will say that I do believe that Courage the Cowardly Dog gets more playtime on Adult Swim these days.
Does it really?
I think so. I think they play it like
Yeah.
periodically.
Is there gonna be a
so
reboot?
they're rebooting everything right now.
No, they
so
are
probably-
rebooting everything. Harry Potter, dude. Is that needed?
I no.
What's your opinion on the Harry Potter reboot?
Yeah, no, I unfortunately do. It just like it took me a second to be like, oh yeah, that's happening.
Yeah, it's
gross.
happening. They casted it all. I was looking at the casting.
It's just it's unnecessary.
It very much is. I don't know if anyone was asking for it because, like, I don't know. The films are so. What's the word? Monumental, I guess, is the word.
Yeah.
That they're
They're
still.
evergreen.
It's like people still watch them to this day and have high enjoyment. It's not like this is like.
Well,
They need to do a remake.
also the last Harry Potter movie came out what? Well, I guess it's been 15 years. Shoot. Has it? Let's see. Yeah, it's been like 13 at least.
Yeah.
So I guess, but still, like, it's still unnecessary.
It is. Like, we can agree on that.
Yeah.
But I guess going back to Courage, what food could we have for Courage? Why can't I? Oh, you could have just Eustace's. Yeah, Muriel have like cook some like disgusting looking food.
Yeah. Yeah, some weird soup.
Yeah,
I feel like it would be like weird purple soup.
we're purple soup. That's very on brand. It's just like, and then it just says this is courage. He melted and died, and you're eating him.
Yeah, exactly.
I need to rewatch Courage. I didn't really. It's been a while since I've watched it. I just thought it was such a good idea for a house, and I honestly probably don't have much else to say about it.
Well, I even think the opening scene of the house being the theme song would be fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you go in and you have like that living room and the TV turns on. It's like, welcome to the Courage Cowardly Dog Show. You know, starring Courage.
And then Courage comes up to you and just starts going. He's just talking to you and like.
That's a jump scare.
Yeah,
that's literally a jump scare.
Whatever.
And it's a Jim Henson puppet.
Literally. It's like Rocket from Mission Breakout. You know where he's like the little animatronic.
The difference is this one's allowed to touch you.
Oh yeah, no, this is 100% allowed to touch you.
Yeah, like this Courage puppet can just literally smack you across the face, and they don't tell you that
with a comically large arrow pointing which way to go.
You're walking out. Dude, Courage slapped me. Yeah, that's allowed. What? Yeah, that's allowed. It's animatronic. We can't do anything about it.
And then you go into the bathroom and it's just Eustace taking a shower, and that's a scare.
Well, the Courage house is like the most extreme explicit house.
Yeah. Courage is partnered up with Eyes Wide Shut to deliver you.
Courage Wide Shut.
Yeah. I guess that's all I really had for that. I honestly wasn't very in depth on that one, but that's okay.
Well, I'll go into mine.
Yeah,
my scary children's property I think would be Stick Haunted House is Coraline.
There we go.
Number one, Coraline, if you haven't seen it recently, is straight up one of the scariest movies maybe ever. If you think about Coraline for a while, all right? The existential horror in that thing is so palpable. And the stuff on screen is kind of like radical. Yeah. I think
radical.
I mean, I can't believe it's PG.
Right.
When I watch that movie, I'm like, how is this not a PG? Because this is scarier than most R-rated movies. Like, it has more scares and dread and like actual horror on screen, like the buttons and the eyes and stuff.
And just the medium. I mean, the medium tells the message, kind of. It's the stop motion claymation of it is just, that's the only way you could have done the film. You know what I mean? Is in that form.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you walk through it and you can see at the beginning, you're outside and you see Coraline playing in the grass, and then like even the black cat can like jump out at you and be like, hello, welcome to our story. And then you walk through and you see her go into the other world, and definitely a lot of other mother scares throughout this whole thing. She's terrifying. Horrific. You could even have a big scene where the dad's playing the song, listen up, a song about Coraline, and stuff. And it's kind of the fun scene, but then things still jump out at you there. You go through the neighbors' houses too, like the circus, and then the two neighbors with the really risque clothing dancing with their dogs, which was always very bizarre. Right. And then towards the end, like that scary like spider monster thing can come out at you. It can literally spray water at you too. That would be crazy. Yeah. See that scene where the other dad's trying to trace you and he's going like, I'm sorry, I don't want to be doing this, as he's like swiping at you. That would be, I mean, I'm telling you, dread.
Right.
This house would be like, because I think people go into it being like, oh yeah, children's property, this will be fine, and it comes out of it being like, oh, right, So I like the slow, not the slow burn, but I think people would misconceptualize how scary this house would be in the same way that people misconceptualize that movie, because people are like, that's a PG rated, but It's scary.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, good movie.
Um, good movie. As far as snacks, I think button cookies would be a
Yeah,
must.
a lot of cookies today.
Yeah, I don't know why I keep going. I think there's a lot of cookies at Halloween Horror
Is
Nights.
there? I don't
Maybe
know.
that's why. I feel like there is.
Isn't there a birthday cake too in that movie? I'm trying to remember. Isn't there?
There's a birthday cake in that movie.
Yeah,
You can definitely do a birthday.
yeah, it's like a birthday cake where it's like welcome home or something.
Yeah, I think just because let's mix up a little bit, you can have some popcorn, some purple drizzled popcorn.
Purple drizzled popcorn.
Yeah, but the flavor is purple.
Oh, it just tastes like purple.
It's just yes,
Nice.
like you bite into it.
It
And you're
should
like,
be
yeah,
kind
you
of
know
fun
what?
and kind of meta, but they could have like an edible cookie dough type thing where you can make your own claymation figure with the cookie dough.
That's kind of
That's kind of
fun.
meta, but you know what I mean.
Eat it.
And they have little button cookies in that set, so you can put them on the eyes, make your own other person. You know what I mean?
That's kind of cool. Yeah,
I don't know.
looky there.
And then you can eat them.
Yeah. Also, marketable black cat plush.
Oh yeah,
Of course.
marketable yellow rain jacket.
Very even all the dolls as figurines and the button eyes, people would be carrying those like Labubus.
Like Labubu, dude. Labubu Horror House, dude. Those things are scary.
Yeah, honestly, that would work.
Labubu Horror
It's
House,
just them
dude.
eating, it's just Labubus eating furries. I
What's
mean,
the
not furries.
Furbies?
I meant Furbies.
Furbies? Dude, a furry horror house would be also kind of be pretty successful.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna say something. I lost my train of thought. Paranorman House.
Honestly, yeah. Paranorman rules. That movie slaps hard. It's good. I love Lego.
All right, I know, dude. You gotta come visit Leica.
I know. I tried.
I know they don't allow a lot of people in.
I'm going to storm your.
I met like one of the lead directors though at one time. I went to one of his panels, and I said, "Can I get a job?" And he said, "No."
Wow.
I said, "So where can I get an opportunity to work with you guys?" And he goes, "Well, on my website. Other than that, no other way." And I was like, "Thank you, sir, for your time."
Like, yo, I'm so tired, dude. I've just been making
Yeah,
15-second like piece of film for the last week and a half.
literally.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was funny. What was I gonna say? I guess we move on to another one of mine. I'll move on to. I'll do this one next. So we're moving on to gaming because I know a lot more gaming than I do movies. A Death Stranding, aka Hideo Kojima's Feet Simulator.
I don't know what that means.
You know what the meme is? So there's actresses who because it's weird. Death Stranding is so weird, but it's also so good. But it has random people in it scanned in for no reason because he wants to make movies, so they're all actors. So Norman Reedus looks like Norman Reedus. What's his name? Shoot, the Del Toro guy? What's his first name?
Oh, Guillermo.
Guillermo, yeah, he's in there, fully scanned in
That's
there. Cool. Conan O'Brien, like for some reason.
Dude, it's like the Avengers of people that I like. That's kind of cool.
Conan O'Brien's in there. He gives you an otter hat and he says you have to wear it.
Wait, this sounds awesome.
Yeah, dude. But anyways, a lot of actresses would come out and saying, yeah, Hideo Kojima was so wanted to have the whole body scanned, so they literally scanned my feet, like bare naked feet, and so people were like making fun of Kojima because people think he's into feet because of how many times they scan women's feet in his video games, and how the guys are like, I don't remember that happening. So that's the thing behind that. But no, but Death Stranding could easily have a horror house because it's so weird, but at the same time it's freaky. I'm trying to way to phrase this for Brett. So the idea of the Death Stranding is at one point in human history, over the span of multiple human histories, whatever causes our extinctions is called an extinction entity. And there's something that always leads to the next extinction. and this causes what's known as the Death Stranding, which is when when death kind of comes into our world and we can peer into its world, and it kind of creates that boundary where like the dead are not fully dead. They're kind of coming into our world, and they have these really scary visuals because they're completely invisible unless you have we'll get later, a BB. But what you don't see them, but you'll see these giant ink handprints just crawl on the ground, and these claws come out, and it just starts slamming, and you could just have that around the house. It's like these black handprints that are just crawling across the whole entire I guess the house or whatever. But to be able to see these dead things that are coming into the world, you have to have something called a bridge baby, which is a stillborn baby. So because the mom died, they have a connection with the dead. So the people use them purely as tools. They are not human. They are looked at as equipment. They'll kill them off. They'll do whatever. They'll view them as equipment because they can look into the dead via connecting to these bridge babies.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's weird. It's weird. It's such a weird game.
It's kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie.
It is sick. It is really cool. And the lead guy, Norman Reedus, who plays Sam Bridges, his job is to reconnect all of America via a social, basically a social network called the Chiral Network, to try to build America again because it's gotten, it's destroyed during this extinction level event. And that's the whole story of it. And that's why you're carrying things, and that's why you're a delivery boy the entire game, is you're just delivering stuff because you can't use aircraft or anything, so you have to walk. But explaining all that, you could literally have a house where you are going into, you have to cross one area of land to get to another to make maybe a delivery. I don't know. You could or couldn't. But in the way, you have these BTs, known as beach things. I didn't even talk about the beach yet. So the beach is like a dead area where it's the area that people can access where they're dead, and everyone has a unique beach they go to. So imagine when you die, you're on just a beach, and it's just you walk into the water and you pass on to the other life. Some people are stuck on that beach and they can't go back to going to actually pass into the real. It's like a metaphor for finally saying I'm ready to die and moving on. The beach is there to it's a whole thing. It's a Hideo Kojima thing.
Okay.
How was I going with this? Oh, you could see the enemies or the BTs or whatever, that's what they're called, crawling around, and you have these little the bridge baby thing connected. They have these little arm things that flash whenever one's near one. That's the only way you can detect it, is just through this little thing that flashes, and it starts flashing faster whenever they get closer because they're invisible and you can't see them.
Okay.
So you can have maybe a couple of those. This is totally sporadic because this made me try to explain an 80-hour game in 5 minutes. You could have these enemies kind of crawl around on the floor or around areas, and it just get dead quiet because that's what it is. It's just dead quiet, and you just hear thump, thump coming up right behind you, and you have things flashing, and the rain's pouring down at this point. And by the way, the rain makes you old in this game. If you get hit with one piece of rain, it ages you. It's called timefall. So people have been executed by literally standing in the rain for long enough and dying. So you could have rain. You could have the threat of rain coming down. And as you walk through all these different environments, you have all the different enemies coming up to you. You could eventually maybe die and go to the beach in the game. And then maybe everyone becomes what's known as a repatriate, which is you can't die, kind of, and then you just get revived later on by... It's weird. I can't explain this. It's very much an artsy game. You can come back to life maybe, and then there you go. You make your delivery, and then that's the end. Sorry for everyone who doesn't know what Death Stranding is, but it's complicated. it's literally it's a lot.
But honestly, that sounds like if you're in a Halloween Horror Nights house, you just be like,
no, literally, what's going on? There's this scene every time you repatriate where you go into the camera goes into Norman Reedus' mouth, goes all the way down to where it shows a baby inside of him, to where it goes inside the baby, and in the mouth, and then it comes right back out, and then you're alive again.
Nice.
It's wild.
That's
Good game. Give it a try. I'm playing the sequel here soon because more stuff goes on. It's interesting because Hideo Kojima, like, he literally makes this joke in the game, and it's not laughed at. It's just deadpan. He literally says, because you're saving a certain someone by the end of the game, and he's like, "So I'm Mario, and you're Princess Peach," and the lady goes, "No," she's like, you're Mario, and I'm Princess Beach." Because there's beaches in the game, and it just sits there for a minute, and then does nothing with it, and then just ends. And I was like, they just made that joke. Also, there's a thing in the game, whenever you do a thumbs up, you get a like on, like, your service, like, for, like, how you did good in your delivery or whatever, but people will physically go like this, and it'll do a +1 of it. So, like, you'll have random people, and they literally, like, get hit by something, or, like, they're almost dead, and they'll go like, then it just goes squitching.
It seems like a meme thing.
It is a meme thing. It's because Hideo Kojima has these moments where he likes to meme. Because there's a part where there's a character where this guy constantly forces himself to have cardiac arrests to try to find his family on the beach, and so he'll literally pass out every 20 minutes. His name's Hartman. And so he passes out, and one of the times he, like, is about to pass out, he gets hit, he just goes bing, and then falls down, and then Norman Reedus goes over to, like, a record table, starts, like, going, and then leaves. It's weird.
This sounds bonkers.
It's a good game. It's a good game. It's a lot. If you don't like walking simulators, it's not. The gameplay is kind of iffy, but it's fun. But moving on, so that's the house, kind of. I had to explain the game before I went into the house, but that's the idea of it. And then the food, what could you have? What do they eat? Oh, you could have Monster energy drinks because they were sponsored by Monster for a while. So you could have, like, Monster energy drinks you can eat. I think it'd be funny if you could
definitely eat Monster energy drinks.
Oh, imagine you having, because, like, the bridge babies, they're in, like, this vial of liquid that's supposed to simulate a still mother's womb. Imagine if you could drink that. Imagine you could drink that.
That would be something that the Halloween Horror Nights audience would actually probably.
Yeah, and you could drink that. Maybe you could have, like, sausage links that look like umbilical cords, because the BTs, the enemies in the game, are connected via umbilical cords.
Yeah, like, why not?
You know, eat one of those. That'd be fun. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. What else is there? Does he eat anything? Not really. He doesn't eat too much in that game. That'll work. I think I'll move on from that. That was my rant on Death Stranding, because I just literally finished the first game, because I have a goal this year before the Game Awards at the end of this year, and they happen, like, December usually. I'm trying to play all of them, and the predicted ones are going to be Death Stranding 2 on the beach. So far, there's honestly not a lot of them. Expedition 33, which is peak gaming. That's coming. I played that. I'm just trying to play all of them before I get to that point. So I have to play the first one and play the second one. So.
Oh yeah. So it's a whole process.
It is a whole process, and yeah, we'll see. Moving on to one of your ones, you have two more.
Okay. Can you remind me what they were?
Yeah. So one was Adventure Time. You want to do that one?
Oh yeah. I mean, Adventure Time was very much kind of like a Coraline thing. I think people underestimate how scary that thing is, and I'm thinking more so now that Universal has shown they can do Five Nights at Freddy's. What can we do with animatronics? What can we do with world building within these haunted houses? Adventure Time would be amazing for that, because you could have bright, colorful scenes, and then scenes where you go into, like, the pits and the layers, and Lemon Grab tries to get you or whatever, and he's like, unacceptable, you know?
Yeah.
This would be another thing that would get me back to Halloween Horror Nights, personally.
Oh, yeah. I would love a Lich King meet and greet, dude. He's wild.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was spooky as a kid.
Yeah. But you could go into, like, the dungeons and stuff of Adventure Time and run into those little demon guys, and I was kind of one of those, like, off ideas, like, what if they did an Adventure Time Halloween Horror Nights house?
You could have one of the rooms be one of the, what kind of creeped me out a little bit, even though it wasn't meant to be creepy, was the dude on the walls, the pink dude, who just that was scary for some reason.
You go into an ice cavern and Ice King comes out and tries to steal your socks or something.
Yeah, do Gunther plush.
Yes. I mean, Adventure Time House would definitely be like Ghostbusters level.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's nothing too crazy going on here, gore wise or scare wise, but
No.
there's enough uneasiness in Adventure Time where you could make it scary.
You
In
could
some
even do a
parts.
whole based off the nuclear war. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you could have an
Oh, yeah.
entire threat looming up, you know.
It becomes Fallout, but with
Literally.
Adventure Time.
There's a Fallout
Yeah.
house this year, isn't there?
Yeah, there is a Fallout house this year.
Is it mid?
I've heard people who love the game love it, and people who have no idea what the game is don't understand what's going on. That's what I've
I
heard.
could watch a walkthrough of that.
Yeah. But ultimately, I don't have as much. This is kind of like you with Courage. I don't have as much to say about. I've been watching through Adventure Time again. Because it was like my favorite thing as a kid, and it's still like one of my favorite things as an adult. I mean, it
I remember
really
watching
changed.
Adventure Time. I mean, one of the first episodes was, or what might have been the first episode. I'm trying to remember. One of them was one where they resurrect the Candy Dead. That was kind of scary.
Yeah, it is scary. Even like the what's his name? The Lynch. The Lynch.
Yeah, the Lich King. Yeah, he's terrifying.
Yeah, that thing was horrifying.
Yeah.
Like that skeleton thing. If that thing popped up, you'd be screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
yeah, for food it'd be pretty easy. Bacon pancakes, bacon pancakes.
You take the bacon
and then you put it in a pancake.
Have you ever had bacon pancakes?
No, I'm not.
It rules, dude. It's so good.
No,
when that was a thing, I was just like, I have to make them. So I made them one day, and I was like, oh, my life's been changed. I could eat one of those right now.
Yeah. Yeah, bacon pancakes. You could have... What else could you have? What time is it? Oh, we're almost at an hour. We gotta speed this up.
What time is it? Adventure time. Very
we gotta
good,
speed it up.
Good.
But yeah, bacon pancakes. You could have... What else can we do? You could have a rain-a-corn shake.
I would absolutely destroy Rain-a-Corn Shake. That sounds awesome.
You could have a BMO sipper.
You buy pictures of all of their babies.
A BMO sipper. Oh yeah.
A BMO sipper.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yes.
But like, it would be fun if it actually could play on it. You know what I mean? Like a little BMO game. It'd be kind of fun. Okay, I'll move on. I'm not gonna do all my houses that I've done. I think we've covered a lot of them. But the next one I want to do for me is Silent Hill 2, because that would be prime candidate, especially now that Silent Hill is kind of getting a reboot as of late, a new essence, because it was one of those things where Silent Hill peaked when the first game, the second game, the third game, fourth was pretty good. It's kind of like debated, but then everything after that was complete poo-poo doo-poo, and so now it's gotten a renaissance because Silent Hill 2 got remade, which is like peak art, like ever. And so now they're remaking one. They have a new one that's, instead of it being American horror, kind of, I mean, it's all Japanese developers, but it was Japanese take on American horror. They're doing Japanese horror on this new one. But Silent Hill 2 would make such a good horror house just because of just how spooky the enemies are and how just grotesque the imagery is, in general, but also it's just the fog, because the whole point of the game is just like, not a whole point, but a big portion of it is the fog, symbolizing like obscurity, like to obscure something, to block something out, to do it, and so having just a whole bunch of fog in a room with like the flesh monsters coming out at you would be absolutely terrifying. And hearing the radio clicks, because whenever you hear an enemy coming towards you, you just hear radio chatter and radio clicks. That's just like, that'd be terrifying, and especially like if you have like bobblehead nurses, which people would want to go in because they're kind of, let's just say everything's purposefully a little bit lewd on purpose, especially the bobblehead nurses. But you could have a couple of the boss enemies. Like it'd be kind of disgusting and really disturbing to see like an abstract daddy, which you don't know what that is. I'm not going to explain that.
That sounds interesting.
Really dark, like really bad. And having the corridors, like, especially with the boss fight of Abstract Daddy in the remake, where you're literally jumping from room to room and closet to closet to escape him. like
Yeah.
hiding in the closet because that's your only safe space.
Huh.
It's terrifying. You could have like I guess there's an early point, but you could try to find Mary, which is like your supposed dead wife, and going into like all these different areas and just even just the hospital and the different things you could go into and just how dilapidated metal you could go into the other world and just have all these different it's literally made for a horror house because Silent Hill 2 is sure it has some combat, and I mean in the original it's janky. The whole point is walking. Like you could start off
Yeah.
in the forest where you have like it's pretty much Twin Peaks forest vibe. You're going in, but like you hear things in the forest that really shouldn't be there. You can have like the well that you look up into, and there's just a big red square in there, and you just stare at it because that's what you do. You could
Yeah.
have all the different characters like, it would just work so well. And then maybe at the end you get to the burned down hotel, and then maybe you find Mary, maybe you don't. I don't know at the end,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's literally made for that. And the oh my gosh, just the enemies and how they move around, because one of the enemies is literally like a being that's like strung up almost like in a straitjacket. They have no arms and they slither across the ground on their face, and it's freaking terrifying. And they push
Whoa.
their legs behind them. Imagine you see that running up to you. That's wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Crazy stuff. But then you have at the end for like food or whatever, you could have pizza because one of the best lines in this game is you literally go to a bowling alley and there's this dude chomping away on some pizza. He's just slopping it down, and the main James goes up to him, the main character, and he goes, he goes, "There's monsters outside, and you're sitting here eating pizza." And the guy's like, "What of it?" He's like, "You're sitting here eating pizza. What is that?" And it's so like the dialogue is given in such a like uncanny way. It's like so badly voice acted on purpose to be awkward. It's like it's
So,
just
like,
funny.
that Twin Peaks kind of uncanny.
No,
right?
100%. Like 100%. Like one of the inspirations for Silent Hill was Twin Peaks. So it's like, what are you doing, man? There's monsters outside, and you're sitting here eating pizza. Like that type of way you say
Nice.
it like that, and then they're like, whatever. But you could have the pizza for eating that because you could be sitting there eating pizza when there's monsters outside. You could have. Oh man, I feel like maybe having a blood bag. You could sip out of a blood bag. You could have. What's a big one? Oh, you could have. I mean, these are like chocolate medallions because like there's a lot of medallion puzzles in the game.
Yeah.
You could have the medallions. You could have chocolate medallions. You could have. I'm trying to think. It's been a minute since I feel like you could have some sort of disgusting type of like turkey leg that looks like a straitjacket because they look like turkey legs. The enemies look like turkey legs. Oh, you could have an ice cream tub because there's one scene where this dude just starts eating out of an ice cream tub with his hand in a movie theater.
Oh.
He's sitting in a movie theater, it's just completely empty, and he's looking at a screen just like with nothing playing, and he's just eating ice cream with his hands.
Very good.
I know.
As someone should
Yeah.
in that situation.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
You can have that, but yeah, that's my Silent Hill 2 one, and I guess you want to do your last one, and then we can call it.
Sure. What was my last one?
Social media. Did you want to do that one, or do you want to do like a
Yeah,
different one?
So, you enter the house, all right? And Becky
Becky?
posts a new status calling you out on your fit, and she jumps out at you, and she's taking pictures of you, and you're like, "Oh, don't take a picture of me!" And then she just verbally berates you,
My gosh.
and then you go into the next scene, and your picture is on the wall for everyone to see,
Yeah.
and people can stand there and laugh at you.
Yeah. And then you get canceled. And then you can't
then
get
you
a
go into
career
the next-
anymore.
You go into the next scene, and then a guy and then Elon Musk jumps out at you and goes, "Buy X," and you're like, "Ah!"
And then you go next, Mark Zuckerberg
All
comes
the
out.
rights ends up being that you have to save Twitter. You have to find the bird and bring it back to its owner, Jack Dorsey. So you
Honestly,
can
you
steal.
could just have a horror house based off of Twitter comments in general, because of how freaking what like wild they are.
Yeah.
It's a funny. You could
And
have a
then
face. It's the place outside of like for food is called Face Cook.
you go through a graveyard and there's like stones that are for like MySpace,
TikTok, or not TikTok, like Vine,
Vine,
Musically,
Napster,
Napster. Is he Napster?
Napster. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, LimeWire,
Stupid videos. The
yeah.
real ones.
Lively, which that's not really a great one. But it's okay.
Newgrounds.
Newgrounds, dude, is it still living? Kinda.
I don't know. It's well, I mean, MySpace is technically still a website, but do people use it?
Yeah, no. Newgrounds is off and on. It got a revival during COVID, but then after that, it kind of went back down.
Well, this MySpace is a dating app now too. What's happening to
dude.
MySpace?
Your space, dude.
Oh,
All right, I guess it's about an hour. That's probably what we're thinking.
I need MySpace. You know what I'm saying?
Probably start to wrap this up.
Okay.
Anyways, those are ideas. I still have a little bit more here, so if you guys want to see another episode on this, let us know, because this is kind of really fun, because it's not a ride, and you can
Poopa 42 house.
the Poopa 42 house.
You go in, Grimes and Mitt Romney are kissing,
and then you're done.
and you're done.
And the one room has a wet path.
Can you imagine if Halloween Horror Nights like hyped up a house big time? You walked in the first room, it was just two people making out, and then you walk.
Well, no, not just two people making out. It's a dude and a grimace. You get paid. Oh, what shift am I? What am I on the rotation? Oh, freaking grimace, dude. I have to make out with Mitt Romney for about an hour.
Universal's only paying me $14.
Oh my gosh! And then it's the person, the Mitt Romney person who's on the rotation as well. As well. Oh, I don't want to be with that person. I don't want to make out with him. I don't want to put the grimace suit on.
It smells so bad.
It smells so bad.
Uh,
They pump in the smell from the Terrifier thing on that scene. Okay. Again, like I said, let us know if you want to if you want us to do any more of these houses. That's been really fun.
yeah, it's been a good one.
I guess anything else you want to say, because we don't really need to rank any of these or say if they're going to happen, because it's kind of a different episode. But anything else you want to say?
So the Coraline one's definitely happening,
Oh yeah.
and
I feel like Silent Hill could work out if I don't know if Konami wants to give it up. Death Stranding, I know Kojima probably won't, but it'd kind of be funny if he did.
they could do a Backyardigans house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? For real?
Yeah.
Why?
Castaway.
Oh. Castaway.
We all cat. But can you
No,
imagine
no,
that?
it's gonna be the Dora the Explorer ARG thing they did that one day. They posted.
Yeah. Why did they do that?
I don't know, dude. Boots just comes in and he's wearing an Art the Clown mask.
Boots on the ground. Let's go.
Boots on the ground, dude.
Boots on the ground. Looking
All
like
right.
a fool with your